Hello and welcome to today's class. I hope you have been enjoying this series. Basically today we'll be discussing carbon and its compound. We know that carbon exists naturally in the atmosphere. For example, we can find carbon in the shells of sea animals. We can also find carbon in our teeth, in our fingers. Even the constituent of our body is made up of carbon. So carbon is an interesting element to study. Now we'll be looking at the word allotropy. Allotropy simply refers to the existence of two or more different forms of an element in the same physical state. In the same physical state. When we talk about the same physical state, we're talking about the things that you can see using the five senses, the things you can see, the things you can smell, the things you can taste, the things you can hear, and the things you can feel. So, allotropy, the same elements, but they exist in various forms in the same physical state. For example, when you talk about carbon, you have carbon in the form of diamond. You have carbon in the form of charcoal. You have carbon in the form of ash. We call it ash, soot. Soot, those things that are found in the exhaust of a motor exhaust pipe, or when a generator is heating at a particular place, after some time, it begins to develop. So all those things are carbon, but they exist in different forms. Now, the one of ash, you see how it is. It is powdered. The one of charcoal, it is kind of granulated. Then diamond is very strong. So these are what we refer to as allotropy. Okay, now we're going to be looking at the allotropy of carbon. Carbon basically is divided into crystalline and non-crystalline. Non-crystalline, or we call it amorphous. Amorphous means shapeless. It does not have any shape. Now, crystalline, under crystalline, you have the allotrope of carbon under crystalline are diamond and graphite. Diamond and graphite. Then under non-crystalline or amorphous, there are so many of them. You have coal, you have coke, you have charcoal. So many of them. You have animal charcoal. There are so many of them, and we're going to be looking at them one after the other. Okay, so let's look at the properties of diamond. Basically, diamond is the hardest substance. The hardest substance is diamond. That is why it can be used to cut any hard material. It is also used in making hard tools like drilling tools, those tools that usually break down rocks. Diamond is the hardest substance. Number two, it is the purest form of carbon, the purest form of naturally occurring carbon. It is colorless. Diamond is colorless. Diamond is octahedral in shape. This is talking about the shape. And then diamond is a non-conductor of electricity. Why? Because there are no free mobile electrons. There are no free mobile electrons. So because of this, it cannot conduct electricity. Now let's look at the uses. Number one, diamond is used in making drilling tools and cutting tools. Any tool that requires hardness, diamond is used in making it because of its what? Hardness. Number two, diamond is used in making jewelries. Jewelries, why? Because of its high refractive index and brilliance. That is why it is used in making jewelries that people wear, especially women. Okay, so let's look at how diamond is made. Now, because of the economic importance of diamond and the high demand for diamond, the natural occurring diamond has not been able to meet up the need of people, the demand of people for diamond. Hence, Hence, scientists have been able to produce an artificial diamond, and we refer to it as artificial diamond. Now, artificial diamond is produced by subjecting graphite to a very high temperature and pressure. High temperature and pressure in the presence of a catalyst. When you subject graphite to a very high temperature and pressure in the presence of a catalyst, the end product will be a diamond. And this diamond, we call it what? Artificial diamond. So this is how we produce artificial diamond. This is how artificial diamond is produced. Now let's look at graphite. Okay, so let's look at the properties of graphite. Graphite is soft and flakes easily. Why? It is simply because it has what we call van der Waals forces. Van der Waals forces. These van der Waals forces, we know, is the weakest form of bond. Hence, graphite flakes easily. It is soft and flakes easily. Then number 2, it is a black opaque, as in the color is black and it is opaque. Opaque means it doesn't allow light to pass through it. Then number 3, it is hexagonal in shape. This talked about the shape. Diamond is octahedral. Octa means 8. Hexa means 6. Then it is also a good conductor of electricity. Why? Because it has free mobile electron. One free mobile electron in the outermost shell. It has one free mobile electron. Then the uses, graphite is used for, number 1, it is used as a lubricant. Why? Because of its layered structure. It can allow each other, as in each graphite, to slide on each other. Then it is used as an electrode because it is a good conductor of electricity. It is used in making black pigments in paints. This is in paints because of its black color. It is also used as a neutron moderator in atomic reactions. And a mixture of graphite and lead is used in making pencil. You know your pencil, that black thing that is in your pencil that actually does the writing. A mixture of graphite and lead can be used in making pencil.